Eastern PA Weather 30 Meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for August 23rd, 2016. For your Tuesday, we're going to have high pressure sitting right over top of the area today. So any clouds that were around yesterday, I know we had what we call partly sunny skies yesterday with a few clouds around. Still a pleasant day, however. But I think you're going to have less in the way of clouds because of this high pressure anchoring itself right over the region. There could be some patchy morning fog at some places in the usual spots, but that quickly burns off, and then we have high pressure building in. That's going to give us a mostly sunny day, pleasant afternoon with low humidity once again. So it's, if you liked yesterday, you're going to like Tuesday even more because we're going to have lighter winds and continued lower humidity and lower temperatures. Going a little bit forward from this point, we are going to have to say goodbye to those cooler temperatures. See, high pressure is now moving off the eastern seaboard. That is going to allow for a return flow around. Winds are going to shift from the west or west-northwest to a more southwesterly wind component, or eventually southerly wind component, as we head into later in the week. We're going to have a front that's going to be coming in at the end of the week here, but I don't really think it's going to do much. It looks like it's starting to do much as it's to our west here on Wednesday. But once we get to Thursday, still to our west here, but it's starting to fall apart at this point. Cold front is situated like this. The low pressure is not even off the map. I'll just draw one here for the heck of it, but it's actually further north. You can see these showers and thunderstorms making it in weekly to western PA. This is coming in. This is now looking at 8 p.m. on Thursday evening. So you're going to the overnight period, so you're going to lose some steam there. This is already a weakening front as it heads eastward. Not a lot of lift with it, and not a lot of forcing with it. So this kind of falls apart overnight. Could leave an isolated shower across our region the overnight hours, so we are going to allow for an isolated shower Thursday night into very early Friday morning, but this is probably be a very isolated thing, quick hitter at that. As you get to Friday morning, not much coverage here, maybe across New York State and Vermont, New Hampshire, places like that, but down further south, we really don't have much to deal with, and that just kind of dies out here. Might be an isolated shower here yet left over on Friday. But I wouldn't bank on it at this point. Models are becoming less and less enthused with that, and we get to the evening, there's really nothing going on here on Friday. So we do that frontal passage coming through. It's going to be very warm. Matter of fact, it's going to be quite hot down here by Philadelphia. We're actually getting into the lower 90s, it looks like, here on Friday. But we return to the heat and humidity comes later in the week, and that front comes through. It does knock back humidity a little bit, but then high pressure moves in. We still remain warm because that's such a weak front. It doesn't really do much to the temperatures. The frontal boundary is actually situated off to the south here by the time we get to Saturday. High pressure is sitting here right here, so it's going to shift the wind direction a little bit. You're going to get into some cooler dew points, but I don't think it does much for the temperatures. They're still above normal. Probably going to get in the upper 80s to near 90 in some places here over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. So it'll be a nice weekend. Not looking at any precipitation. We'll be a little bit on the warm side. And the next front we're going to have is going to be coming in here probably next week on Tuesday time frame. But again, this is another one of those deals where it's not really dealing with a lot of precipitation. Southeast ridge is really going to be flexing its muscles over the next, toward the end of the month of August and also in the first week of September. That's going to keep temperatures above normal, we think, across this region. And what that does by having that ridge in place, these frontal boundaries that come through here, here's the next one here on next Tuesday I'm showing you. When this frontal boundary advances eastward, it runs into this ridge that's sitting here, and it kind of falls apart. It's kind of like running into a brick wall. It can't go through it. And as long as that high pressure is out here in the Atlantic, keeping these temperatures on the warm side, any fronts that are coming at us are just going to kind of fall apart. So I don't expect much precipitation to occur in the next 7 to 10 days or so. The exception to that will be the tropics. We're watching the tropics way down to the southeast here at this point. Now, this is next week. We got some models indicating some trouble here for Florida, maybe the southeastern U.S. coastline. So if you're anywhere along these areas along the coastline and point south as you head down to Florida and even into the Gulf of Mexico, you really need to pay attention come early next week into the middle part of next week to see where these storms are going. We have Invest 99L that's sitting out here that has a couple different solutions, even some crazy solutions today on the European model, cutting it across as a tropical storm across Florida. I'm not going to show you those images, but we're not trying to spread any kind of hyper panic here, but it does take a tropical storm across Florida, reemerges in the Gulf, and it comes in through as a major hurricane into the Big Bend area of Florida with another landfall. So a lot of different possibilities on the table with a lot of different things. It could miss entirely. Could affect the southeastern U.S. coastline, could come up a little bit further up to our latitude, a lot of different possibilities. We're going to sort that out. We won't be able to do that till next week. So just keep in mind, if you do have plans along, the shore points here, Ocean City, Maryland, all the way up to the Jersey Shore points here for Labor Day weekend. That is Labor Day weekend. It is a big holiday weekend, so we're going to keep a close eye on it for you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for August 23rd, 2016. Have a great Tuesday.